Okay, so obviously I haven't finished this, but I just wanted to show you how I would do the inside of this. This is dry now because I've waited a while. So I'm going to, well, according to the picture, there seems to be some green in, so I'm gonna mix up my green here. There seems to be some green in the fields. If you just, so it's up to you. You could put green in between here, you could put green in here. It's really totally up to you. So I would do something like this where I would just sort of fill in some of these spaces with some green, and this will give the impression that these are the leaves and the stems. And as you can see, I am doing like a little vertical tick because that's how they would be growing vertical, just like I did with the, and I would put them over here too. And you get the idea, right? I'm just going into all the little white spaces and I'm adding a little dash of green, right? So I'm gonna just do that. This is just to show you like the next step. You might have to finish this on your own. Okay, that'll be fun. If I go, you know, I'm trying to avoid going over the little flowers. If you do go over the flowers, it's definitely not the end of the world, but you know, you wouldn't just like paint over it because you would lose all of the really bright colors. So I'm going in between. And I kind of like that there's still going to be some white spaces in here as well. It's making, you know, a pattern, it's adding visual rhythm, so it's making our eye kind of go all over the place. You know, we just don't want it to be stagnant. So okay, you get the idea. And then in here, well, according to the picture, it's sort of a neutral gray. I could make it a different shade of green. When it gets over here, we don't even see those paths anymore. We really kind of only see the path here and here, and over here this is all green, and this in here is green too. So I'm gonna mix up a lot more green in here. I'm gonna make it mixing in a lot of different shades of green, maybe even this one, and some more yellow. Oops. All right, so maybe in here it's gonna be even more green. As you can see, it's sort of dark, so put this in here. Yeah, all of this in here is also going to be green. It's getting thinner as it goes back into the distance. These little whites back here. Okay, then for these, oh, it's so interesting. There does seem to be kind of a row of green. So interesting. So basically these must just be the all of the leaves that are coming off of these flowers. So there is a lot of green along the edge here. And then it looks like in the middle there's some sort of path. And then over here there is like, it's not as bright, but there's like a little bit of green along here. This, definitely, there is some major green stem-like things going on here. So, you know, to me, the key to, well, I don't know if that's not the right thing. The key to making art, that's not. If you want to make a painting that looks sort of representational, which is what we're doing here, but we still want it to look like a painting and artwork. We don't want it to look like a photograph, right? So in order to do that, you sort of have to look at what's there and try to copy it. And then also, you're not copying it like exactly perfect, you know? We're copying it with some artistic license. So we're giving the impression. This is what the impressionists did. They gave us an impression of the landscape, and that's sort of what we're doing here. Okay, and then in here, this is like a neutral gray. So let's see here. I kind of have this purple color here, which actually could work because it looks like it's sort of purplish. Add some more water. I think I took purple and mixed it with some black, maybe a little bit of yellow, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna use a horizontal stroke for this because these are not flowers that are growing up. Actually, you know what would be really better now that I think about it is I'm going to paint it with clear water. I'm going to use the wet and wet method on this path because I think that it will give me more of the look that I want, because it looks like it's some sort of rocks or something. I could even sprinkle some salt in there if I want. Okay, just do it all at one time here. And I'm definitely going to go back and finish this over here. And I can also, I'm going to also finish, I'm going to put that windmill up there. I kind of like how my sky dried. It doesn't look like the one in the picture, but I don't care. I didn't really want it to. Okay, then I'm going to take this color and plop it in, see what happens. This will also, remember, it will dry a little bit lighter. So sometimes the wet and wet method goes pretty quickly because it just sort of almost fills it in for you, you know? So people outside my house taking a video. Okay, looks like there's a little bit of path over here. Add it. Okay, I love the patterns of these fields make so much. Okay, friends, I'm going to finish this part with you when we do this tomorrow. So, all right, good luck. Yay!